Let's go! Things are looking decent again for the crypto markets as Bitcoin has made a significant bounce from its previous low of $45,000. It was actually above $50,000 for a while before now getting back down to $49,000. As usual, altcoins have also been following Bitcoin's example and they are also seeing some movement to the upside in general. So not only is price action looking pretty bullish, but there have been a lot of bullish events and announcements making headlines recently regarding Bitcoin, Cardano, and crypto in general. So in this video, I will be sharing a bunch of those events with you as well as talking about the effects they may have on the markets. There's always a chance that the dip is not fully over yet, but if we do continue up from here, then congratulations on making it through what was the first major correction for many of you. So before I get into everything going on, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications if you want to be kept up to date on the most important crypto news, how I am personally trading, and the best altcoin opportunities. So let's get started with an event that happened yesterday that highlighted even more than ever a need for a new payment system. On Wednesday afternoon, the United States Federal Reserve payment system crashed and remained down for several hours. This outage affected banks, brokers, lenders, and more as it prevented them all from transferring large and small amounts of money for multiple hours in the middle of the business day. While this was of course extremely inconvenient for everyone affected, the real effect of this event is it shows how frail the current payment systems are. Many payment providing services used even in the most advanced countries are outdated and have not seen major overhauls since their creation. Of course, immediately crypto advocates such as Tyler Winklevoss began commenting on the situation to draw attention to the benefits that comes along with decentralized payment solutions, also known as cryptocurrency. So next up, I want to talk about Square, which has been a frequently talked about company ever since they became one of the first to add Bitcoin to their balance sheet. Obviously, their original investment is very deep in profit right now as the first $50 million of Bitcoin was purchased back at around 10,500. Now, Square is doubling down with an even larger purchase of 3,318 Bitcoin at a total cost of $170 million. That works out an average price of $51,235 per coin, which just goes to show that Square must have a very strong belief that Bitcoin is going to climb significantly higher during this bull run. Because of course, they would not be buying near the top if they believed otherwise. Another benefit of this purchase is that it is yet another factor to add to the FOMO among other corporations that are perhaps currently considering buying Bitcoin themselves. So speaking of large Bitcoin purchases, I touched on this in my previous video today and we've done some more research, okay? We've done some more research, so we are going to explain how a Dubai businessman has announced that he is planning the largest Bitcoin purchase ever. So that man is Khurram Shroff and he is the chairman of the IBC Group, the leader in blockchain technology in the Middle East. As a blockchain-centered company, it is not surprising that this would not be their first major crypto purchase. Back in the fall, the IBC Group purchased around 20,000 Ethereum to stake for Ethereum 2.0. That purchase of around $10 million, however, looks tiny to what they are planning right now. Shroff has pledged that IBC Group will be purchasing 100,000 Bitcoin. That's insane. That is almost $5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Unlike some other companies who are simply buying Bitcoin as a store of value, IBC Group is planning to use the Bitcoin for a specific project. That project is known as the Miami 2.0 Blockchain Strategy Foundation. If you have watched some of my previous Bitcoin news videos, then you may remember that the mayor of Miami has recently been talking about how he wants to transform Miami into a global hub for cryptocurrency and specifically Bitcoin. That goal is rapidly approaching a reality right now, as the 100,000 Bitcoin will be used to facilitate the adoption of Bitcoin across multiple industries as well as work towards Miami's vision of using Bitcoin in everyday transactions. The pledge comes after IBC Group was approached by the US-based real estate developer Burkhan World Investment to increase the adoption of blockchain technology in real estate projects in Miami. Burkhan already has more than $1 billion worth of real estate projects in Miami and is looking to integrate blockchain technology into their development. To end with, Shroff said he believes that Miami can align itself with Dubai, which is also at the forefront of blockchain technology adoption, and become the first city to completely run on blockchain in the United States. Once again, this purchase will have a much wider effect than just the buying pressure it will create. More than 6.2 million people live in and around Miami on a normal year. More than 200 million tourists visits the city. In other words, it is an extremely popular area. If the city can successfully become the blockchain and crypto hub that it plans to be, then that would mean tens of millions of people would be exposed to crypto every year just through normal activities. That alone would speed up the rate of global adoption, as many of the tourists are international, but it could also prompt other cities to attempt to do the same thing and integrate blockchain tech into everyday life. So, what you all been waiting for, let's move on to the Cardano news. Hey, if you like Cardano news, make sure to hit the like button, and of course, if you want to have more Cardano news, let me know down in the comment section. So, to begin with, Cardano gained some extra publicity recently as Gene Simmons announced that he had purchased $300,000 worth of ADA. If you do not know who Gene Simmons is, he is part of the American rock band Kiss. Simmons made the announcement on Twitter to his nearly 1 million followers. While he is not exactly a blockchain expert, this type of mainstream publicity is very beneficial for Cardano, as it is a progress towards making the project more well known, which is a very important step in the adoption process. Someone more familiar with crypto is Michael van Depop, a full-time trader at the Amsterdam Stock Exchange. He's also extremely bullish on Cardano. Recently, he made a video comparing the crypto market cap during the 2017 cycle to the market cap now, as well as making comparisons with the dot-com bubble. During that video, he stated that a 6x from current prices would be reasonable. Already, a 6x would put ADA at roughly $7, but he went on to say that ADA approaching a price of $10 per coin would not be unreasonable, especially when looking at the ADA to Bitcoin pair. He also mentioned that any correction or dip in the price of ADA is a massive opportunity, as it allows traders to get solid entry points in preparation for the biggest bull market in the history of cryptocurrency, which he refers to as the super cycle. Obviously, if he is correct, then this is extremely bullish not only for Cardano, but for the entire crypto market. So it is nice to hear that analysis from someone which is experienced in trading and in investing. Last up is that Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, did an interview recently, and it was completely filled with bullish information about Cardano. There is way too much to cover in a single video, so I will just share the highlights with you. Let's start by looking at what he had to say about why Cardano is so attractive to developers. He explained that developers care about a number of things when choosing where to create, and that list includes software lifecycle, predictability of costs, cost to use the infrastructure, user experience, security, and scalability. Of course, Cardano has spent a long time working on checking all the items of that list to make it as close to perfect as possible. Hoskinson then went on to discuss just how few developers there are who are experienced in creating decentralized apps, because they require such a unique combination of skills. Right now, across the entire globe, he estimates that there are only 10,000 dApp developers. This was the motivation behind the creation of what he calls a universal meta language that is known as K. He said that Cardano has invested millions of dollars into the development of K, and that it will be the key to allowing mainstream programming languages such as JavaScript and C# to be brought into the Cardano ecosystem, as well as integrating automatic infrastructure upgrades. This is a huge feature that will set Cardano apart from every other chain and will make it more attractive to potential developers deciding where to create their projects. Lastly, Hoskinson mentioned that there are many talks currently in progress with well-known crypto projects as well as large companies about them moving onto the Cardano blockchain. So that's the Cardano news. I hope you enjoyed this video in general. Let me know what you thought about this video. Also subscribe and hit the like button if you have not already done so. So if you want to check out one of my latest altcoin videos, it's popping up in the middle of this video right now. I will see you right there.